Before sunrise. Before sunrise. 9 months. Released 1995, directed by Chris Columbus. A Walk in the Clouds. Released 1995, directed by Alfonso Arau. Ghost in the Shell. Released 1995, directed by Mamoru Oshii. More Ghost in the Shell. 238, 553, The Greatest Epic Movies Ever Made. 165 of 575, The Best Animated Films Ever. 110 of 168, The Best Science Fiction Action Movies. Waterworld. Waterworld. The Indian in the Cupboard. In John Maynard Keynes. Annette. Batman Forever. Batman Forever. To Die For. To Die For. In Brady Bunch Movie. Copycat. Copycat. The Quick and the Dead. The Quick and the Dead. Species. Species. Dead Man Walking. Dolores Claiborne. Mortal Kombat. Released 1995, directed by Paul W. Anderson. More Mortal Kombat. The Greatest Mortal Kombat Characters. 176 of 541. The Greatest Guilty Pleasure Movies. 237 of 372 old movies every young person needs to watch in their lifetime. Leaving Las Vegas. Released 1995, directed by Mike Figgins. The American President. Released 1995, directed by Rob Reiner. Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls. Released 1995, directed by Steve Edeker. More Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls. 53 of 252, The Funniest 90s Movies. 219 of 224, The Worst Sequels of All Time. Pocahontas. Released 1995, directed by Eric Goldberg, Mike Gabriel. Now and Then. Released 1995, directed by Leslie Linka Glatter. Get Shorty. Released 1995, directed by Barry Sonnenfeld. More Get Shorty. 56 of 123, The Best Mafia Films of All Time. 23 of 26, The Best F-Bombs in Movie History. Mallrats. Released 1995, directed by Kevin Smith. Holland's Opus. Released 1995, More Mystery. Holland's Opus. 20 of 192, The Best Movies About Music. 187 of 264 movies that should be made into Broadway musicals. 29 of 50, The Best Father-Son Movies Ever Made. GoldenEye. 1995, directed by Martin Campbell Moore. Golden, 5 of 49. The very best movies about hackers, 316 of 480. The greatest movies for guys, 647 of 1540. The most rewatchable movies. While You Were Sleeping. Released 1995, directed by John Turteltaub Moore. While You Were Sleeping, 153 of 252. The funniest 90s movies, 101 of 541. The greatest guilty pleasure movies, 62 of 127. The best Christmas movies of all time. Outbreak. Outbreak. Major Payne. Major Payne. Casper. Released 1995, directed by Brett Silverling. Phil Middling Moore. Casper. The movie Casper is deeply bizarre in more ways, and we can count 374 of 575. The best animated films ever, 4 of 105. The best Halloween movies for kids. Crimson Tide. Crimson Tide. A Goofy Movie. A Goofy Movie. Dangerous Minds. Babe. Released 1995, directed by Chris Noonan Moore. Babe, 90 of 277. The top tearjerker movies that make men cry, 106 of 306. The best movies for kids. Desperado, Lot of Feet. Tommy Boy. Billy Madison. Released 1995, directed by Tamra Davis. Friday. Released 1995, directed by F. Gary Gray. Bad Boys. Released 1995, directed by Michael Bay. Clueless. Released 1995, directed by Amy Heckerling Moore. Clueless, the best outfits from Clueless, the best words that Clueless totally invented. 13 of 200. The best teen romance movies. 12 Monkeys. Released 1995, directed by Terry Gilliam Moore. 12 Monkeys, behind-the-scenes stories from 12 Monkeys. 601 of 836, the greatest chick flicks ever made. Jumanji. Released 1995, directed by Joe Johnston Moore. Jumanji, hidden details in the Jumanji movies that made us say whoa. 207 of 553. The greatest epic movies ever made. 12 of 96. The best film adaptations of young adult novels. Die Hard with a Vengeance. Released 1995, directed by John McTiernan. Casino. Released 1995, directed by Martin Scorsese. Heat. Released 1995, directed by Michael Mann. The Usual Suspects. Released 1994, directed by Bryan Singer. Apollo 13. Released 1995, directed by Ron Howard. More Apollo 13 behind the scenes stories from Apollo 13, 4 of 50, the 50 highest grossing 90s movies. Braveheart. Released 1995, directed by Mel Gibson. Toy Story. Released 1995, directed by John Lasseter. More Toy Story fan theories that are actually believable. 32 fun facts about the Toy Story movies. 7. Released 1995, directed by David Fincher. More 7 behind-the-scenes stories from the making of Seven and Small, haunting details people found in Seven 2 of 234, the best psychological thrillers of all time.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care, bye.